Welcome to a Delco Nerd Network podcast. I am your host, Anthony Gooch, and here with a few friends in the Delaware County area. We get in a basement and we talk about a certain topic. Today's topics, it's all going to be about achievements and trophies and why I particularly love them. As always, to discuss, Chris Trio.
What's going on, guys?
So what's been up, man?
Same shit, different day, man. You know, playing, what's been going on? I've been watching a lot of Doom Patrol. I'm all caught up. I think, did they just come out with a new episode yesterday?
Friday, but we have 2 episodes left.
Yeah, so two left after this one that just came out.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah.
Really fucking good. I really love that show. Like, I think they're doing something really interesting at DC Universe, and I want to see Swamp Thing really bad.
I'm still like, I don't know how I feel about Swamp Thing at all.
Really?
I don't know.
No, I've talked to. You're not the only person I've heard say that. I think it's just because
I'm not interested in Swamp Thing, but I wasn't interested in Doom Patrol.
Yeah, so that's well, and that's fine.
Not that I wasn't interested. I don't know.
I think they've done like some weird things with their preview, or, like their trailers and stuff. Where I agree. I've been like, as soon as I see the trailer, I've been like, that looks cool.
You see that ad where like the girl is laying there and like Swamp Thing's next to her,
and he comes out of nowhere.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm like, okay.
Like I think they're going like very
right.
like it looks like they're leaning into the horror stuff a lot, which I'm excited for. And like I watched that trailer for Swamp Thing, and I was like, man, I wish this is what they did for Hellboy. Like this is what I was hoping.
Did you see the new Hellboy?
No, I never did.
You don't have to,
I'm going to when it comes out on DVD.
Nah,
I do want to.
I don't think you should.
But no, like that was the tone I was hoping it was going for, and it looks like it's leaning into that. And the makeup looks awesome. Like he looks awesome. He looks really good as Swamp Thing.
I mean, you know, I guess we've just seen that with Robot Man, and that's like, I mean, like.
That's
he doesn't really have
clunky.
Like moving like pieces, so it's
Besides,
pretty rudimentary. But like that's the intention. So I guess we haven't seen like like the extent
like this is
of
full application to his face. Yeah, like it, and I can't remember who's playing him, but he's like I mean it's a physical dude. Like he's that big, and they went with the red eyes and everything. It looks cool. I'm excited for that. I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed 3 and Odyssey. So like the season pass for Odyssey went on sale. It was like $21, so I was like, why not buy that considering you get the remaster anyways. I've been playing the first episode of the Atlantis thing. It's pretty cool. Like the setting's pretty crazy. You're in Elysium or something, so it's like the Greek afterlife or something like that. It's pretty cool. But 3, I was telling you this earlier, man, the beginning of this game is a drag to get through. Like it really is. And even like I love the whole concept, and I love Connor as like a character, and I guess it works to build the character. Like you see them build up the Templars and all that stuff, but it just I don't remember dragging so much.
I just think people shit on that game way too much. So like again, like I was just saying, like yeah, maybe you're probably right, and it's just like obviously like I haven't played Assassin's Creed 3 in probably like 5 or 6 years.
It's definitely like the beginning's just a lot less. I don't know. It's probably not a bad thing. It's a lot less open world.
I mean that was a critique when the game first came out.
Yeah, no, and I think they've learned from that with the new ones, which is fine. But yeah, I mean that's still a great game.
Do you think the Odyssey DLC is like well, I guess this one in particular is leaning into like the.
It's leaning into what it's kind of
stuff.
I mean it's not mystical, which I think's cool. It's the first civilization.
I was
stuff.
like, for civilization.
So it's all like it's not magic, whatever you're dealing with. But
are they actually like establishing some like lore, or are they?
Yeah, well, I mean,
like,
so you're.
Hey, it's a story. First step.
I mean, I'm not gonna.
There you go.
I'm only like a little bit into it, but it seems like they're establishing a story, and like you're talking with Alethea, who's like the what was she the god of? Basically, she's trying to take care of the heir of memories, who is. I can't remember her name. Not Cassandra.
Juno.
No, the new present day protagonist, Layla.
Hassan.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of scratching the surface on it, so there really hasn't been much yet. I'd like to play.
I haven't
more.
heard anything, and I mean that's
only the first episode.
That's probably because people don't like the fucking present day stuff in Assassin's Creed, which
I mean, I think what they're doing.
The crux of why I don't like what they're doing.
I think the present day stuff in this is probably the closest to what you've wanted since like 3. To be completely honest, I think it's actually really cool stuff. I like the idea of Atlantis, and there's maybe this still first civilization bastion. I mean. If anything, they've leaned heavier back into the present day stuff since like 4 and like 5, not 5, but Syndicate, where you literally didn't even get outside the Animus the whole time. You were just in it the entire time and just had someone talk to you. I mean, I don't know. I really like what they're doing with Odyssey, and it's like an everlasting gobstopper. I'm still playing it a year and a half later or whatever it came out.
I mean, they're also pushing a lot of DLC, like, whereas before not that they haven't, but...
And they're taking off this year, too. So
yeah, the game usually only got, like, maybe a year of DLC.
Yeah.
Origins had 2 kind of bigger expansions, and they weren't, like, insanely big.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is like what, the 4th piece of DLC content for the game?
So they have the what's it called, of Greece, the Tales of Greece or something, which are like free ones that they've been putting out, which are just side missions that you can do in Greece. Then there's the Legacy of the Hidden Blade, which I haven't started yet. I'm gonna start that next because I'm still kind of actually finishing up her other part of her main story. So like, there's 2 parts to the main story, like the Atlantis Odyssey, where you deal with Pythagoras, and the other part where you're dealing with like your family and Deimos, who is like whoever you choose, either your brother or your sister, and like the cult of Cosmos and all that, getting rid of that. And I'm still finishing up that part, but I finished the Atlantis part. There's a lot of shit to do, and there's even, I think, parts of the map that I haven't been to yet, which is interesting. But yeah, that game doesn't end, and I'm glad I got the DLC for $20. Like, that's really worth it, in my opinion, especially considering you get Assassin's Creed Remastered for free with it. But I wouldn't have probably paid the $40 to get the DLC full price.
And we've both been playing Mortal Kombat 11 on PlayStation 4, which we've kind of had conversations between ourselves while we're playing. It's not Injustice 2 for me.
Yeah.
And I think that's just because, like, it's not DC characters.
Exactly.
And, like, I enjoyed, we've both beaten this story. The story, I think we both thought the story was cool.
It was really cool,
and the characters are cool. I just think... like, it's too close to Injustice 2 for me to like it better, and also I liked Injustice 2 world story characters
exactly
better.
Yeah, and I'm totally with you. I
don't think it was like a waste of money by any means. I'm definitely enjoying it, but yeah
I think mechanically speaking they improved a lot, and I like the idea they went into a lot more detail with their class system and like what you're changing up. I like a lot of those ideas, but yeah, I think you're right. I mean, just being able to create my own Green Lantern or my own Dr. Fate and all that stuff was a little bit cooler than creating my own Baraka or Noob or whatever.
I also finally started, I know we reviewed the remake for Resident Evil 2. I just played the remake for the first Resident Evil. I beat it a few days ago, and I actually, just before recording this, I did a no save, knife only playthrough with Chris, and I have to say Resident Evil was a really refreshing experience. I've never really played a game with tank controls. Mind you, it's a pretty old mechanics genre, whatever you want to call it, that really isn't instilled in modern day gaming. It's
it's very far removed.
Yeah, and Resident Evil was kind of like the kings of it. And I'm not sure, like off the top of my head, Silent Hill I think did some games tank controls. I could be wrong, but
that was like back in the day of where you didn't even have like a right stick, right? You did, or
or analog.
Yeah,
I mean, like PlayStation 1 didn't have analog.
Yeah.
Sticks.
Oh, that's right. Fuck. Yeah. No, that's fucking crazy. It's interesting.
Yeah.
So, you just be walking around.
But it's cool. I mean, I enjoy it. I think that the gameplay is kind of where the game shines for me. The story is pretty basic, but depending on who you save and who you're playing as, Jill or Chris,
kind of end up a different ways.
Yeah, it's not too expansive, but for the time, it's pretty cool to see there's some thought being put into well maybe players' experiences could be different.
There's 2 different playthroughs, right?
Yeah, just 2.
Are they different? Totally different?
I don't know.
I played Jill's, that's right. You were
so I wanted to do. I'm following a trophy guide. Ooh, what a segue. To kind of as what it's telling me to do in certain orders, and it doesn't say play the game first. The first thing on this checklist was, hey, do a knife only run, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, no, why would you do that right away?
I'm just gonna play the game normally. And I thought about it for a bit, and I'm glad I didn't, because that would have been a fucking nightmare.
I think they're 2 different campaigns, because the one thing about 2 that
I know Jill's is different in the sense where in Chris's you interact with Rebecca a lot, and in Jill's you interact with Barry a lot, and I don't think you interact with Rebecca at all.
Because 2 with Resident Evil 2, I don't know if it was like that in the original game, but the campaigns aren't like you're still going through the same spots and like kind of doing the same rotation.
I'm gonna assume it's
stuff like
pretty
that.
similar.
Yeah.
Maybe like I'm not sure what's different at all.
Okay, interesting.
So, but I'm interested.
I'm glad you're liking it. I have it on. It was free, I guess, one time on PlayStation.
Dude, they
Plus,
had a golden week sale for like a while, and like every Resident Evil was on sale, and I picked up that Code Veronica 0, 4, 5, and 6.
Nice.
So the only ones I don't have are 7 and 2.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna save like for my horror month playing games. I think I'm gonna save 2 for that.
You got Alien Isolation for that month too.
And
right?
Alien Isolation
play
on
that
Xbox.
shit. Dude, I might replay that again just this. I actually want to play that with Super because he's a gigantic Alien fan. I love the best part about that game is like when you see in movies when they're like turning all the knobs and like twisting things in and like you're setting up something and you get to do that in the game. Like you're like you see a button, you're like, oh, well,
I know it has that like that retro sci-fi feel.
Dude, they really nail that.
What I want to do, I've said this on the podcast before, but I want to watch Alien and then play the game.
Dude, they like
because I've never seen Alien front to back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I actually don't know if I have. Now that I think about it, I feel like I have.
But... And 4K TV, living the life.
You know what? If you're doing that, I'm coming over one day. We'll do it.
And one other thing, I finally am like almost through Punisher season 2.
That's funny.
I think it's not bad. It's just like the only thing I think negative, it just like retreads old ground. That's
it's a little exactly like he's getting is like
the John Pilgrim villain is not very like he's weird and like I like that he's weird. Yeah. Like, he's kind of, like, freaky, but, like, he doesn't really do anything. He's very much a background villain.
Yeah, I agree.
Jigsaw is the main villain, but, like, still not really fully realized Jigsaw, in my opinion. Like, I would have loved to seen his face just get way more fucked up.
That was one of the biggest critiques when it first came out.
Your face is not that fucked. Like, it's fucked up, but, like, it's not that fucked up.
But the thing, and the second part is that's just Hollywood. They won't make any main character in the thing, like, super, like, really legitimately scarred. I will actually say... There's one thing that Mortal Engines movie that came out forever ago. The chick in the books apparently supposed to have a way worse scar, but they gave her a pretty bad scar in the movie. I was actually surprised, like because they usually
they
never
do the same thing
that.
with Tyrion in Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
like his nose is supposed to be like pretty much cut off.
Yeah,
like, it's not.
No, yeah, they're not gonna do that. But yeah, I'm glad you're liking Resident Evil. I need to play it.
Yeah, we're in a fucking lull. I don't know any game that's coming out at least till September.
Yeah, you're right.
There's nothing.
So what comes out? There's we have Fallen Jedi in November. That's the only one I can think of right now.
September is Borderlands 3, which I'll totally be getting.
I probably will because there's nothing.
And I mean E3 is next month, so we'll see if something's what else is getting announced.
It will be
I think this year. Like we're not obviously we're not going to get Death Stranding. I think Sony's going to be pretty MIA this year, like they were last year. Besides God of War,
I don't think it's going to happen, but I'd love.
Actually, no, I'll take that back. They weren't MIA last year. What am I saying? Yeah. This year, I feel like we're just not going to get a lot of killer games.
There's only one undercover launch I could possibly think of. I don't think they're going to do it. They're not undercover, but it's like I would love to see Rocksteady come out at E3, announce what their game is, and then have it come out in November. Because
they could come out at the Xbox press conference. I don't think there's anything stopping them there.
Yeah.
But we just don't I don't know. I'm surprised we haven't heard anything by now.
Well, you know why? I really think the reason that they haven't said anything is because of what they did with Arkham Knight. They announced that a year and a half ahead of time. Remember they announced it was coming out that October. It was announced, then they delayed it a year.
Not really.
Yeah, no. It was announced at an E3, then it was supposed to come out that coming October. Then it got delayed 8 months to June the next year, and then
I do remember.
So
that,
I think they're really trying to.
I think it came out at a great time.
No, I think it did too, but they just had a massive
slot is fucking key. Witcher's come out then.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what we had last year come out around then, but. Arkham Knight came out around that. I think it's a good time to release a game because it's going to get all the attention.
I just remember them announcing it, then not even a week later being like, "Oh, we're delaying it 8 months." So it wasn't coming out in October then. Just why did you announce it?
Yeah.
So I hope that they're doing that. But yeah, I don't know what's coming. E3 topic next month.
Yeah, and Doom Patrol review.
Yeah,
and then we got to think of something else.
Other review of some kind. I don't know, maybe a throwback.
But. We are not here to talk about Doom Patrol just yet. We're here to talk about achievements and trophies.
Achievements.
A thing that is very near and dear to my heart, and if you've watched any of our podcasts before, I've definitely brought up achievements and trophies.
You like
before.
achievements?
I do.
I don't think so. I never heard a word of that. I don't know.
So we're finally going to do a podcast about it. We've kind of been teeing this up for like a while. We've thought about
throwing it around.
Yeah, and I think like other things took this place, but this month like nothing was going on, and like, hey, let's actually finally fucking do this. Where Trio's kind of taking like asking questions, and I'm kind of giving answers, like we've kind of done with the Overwatch League or the Resident Evil 2 review.
Sure.
So
yeah. So achievements. I was actually looking up. I was like interested, like I guess the main reason they were out beforehand was because people didn't. When were achievements first introduced? Do we even know?
So Xbox 360 at launch had achievements. PlayStation 3 at launch did not have trophies.
Yeah, okay.
But they came in after Uncharted 1 was out, because I remember Greg Miller from Kinda Funny specifically talking about how like Uncharted 1 didn't have trophies, and then they added trophies, and that was one of the game like they retroactively got trophies. I'm not sure what year trophies came around for PS3.
Interesting,
but they didn't have them at launch.
Okay,
but last generation is the first generation, and then Steam as well has other systems and whatever.
Nintendo does not though, right?
Switch does not. No, and it's like stupid, and I always say it, but like if Switch added some sort of like achievement trophy support, I'd be like more inclined to buy.
There's definitely a sect of people that would really like
it's
that. It's
really goofy to say, but like I'm not drawn to Nintendo games. Like I think a Switch would be cool, and I don't travel enough for like a Switch to be really like utilized.
Where you're like, this could be a big thing. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah, achievements are interesting to me because like it's funny. You said this one time. I have a rather large gamer score for like not. I don't really go after achievements. I just usually play them. I unless it's like I've had one platinum trophy on,
and it's Spider-Man.
It's Spider-Man because you literally just have to play the game to get.
And going into that, like I think that is a good achievement list. Or
I was gonna say what makes a good one for you
when a game requires you to literally just 100% it, and that's it. I'm very much okay with that. Yeah. I don't mind not going out of my way for some achievement lists sometimes and just kind of having an easy one and being like, oh, all I have to do is 100% the game. And in Spider-Man's case, you don't have to play it on the hardest difficulty.
No.
But in some cases you do. I don't mind those lists. It's easy. I don't have to like think about it because sometimes like some games require you to do a lot. Resident Evil 1 is a great example where like there are do a knife only run, don't save, play on the hardest difficulty, play with invisible enemy, like you have to do all these like invisible different enemy shit. Yeah, so you have to go back and play the game a bunch of times. A bunch. And that's kind of where you see if the game is actually quality or not. The more you play a game and the more achievements you go for in a game, you kind of realize like if this game
dissect it a bit
really is good and like what it's actually capable of and how long it like can really keep your time and attention. One game that kind of did the opposite for me was Tomb Raider, and I think Tomb Raider did it
retroactively ruin the game for you? Or like
not that, but like that situation was like one where I had a bug happen in both Rise and Shadow where a mission glitched out and I was prevented from 100%ing the game in both Rise and Shadow. Different situations, but like I could not finish side missions and I could not get 100%. So I had to replay Rise, 100% it again, and I was just like, it's not a bad game, but like, it just made me realize like how like fucking like.
It just made you sour. You played so many, especially after you 100% it twice.
And guess what? I got to do it with Shadow again, and guess what? A DLC mission bugged for me. Yeah. So there's an achievement. For getting all the DLCs, it's like, oh, play all the DLC side missions and you get this outfit. So I had to go to another save to do another DLC again.
Oh, God.
And now I have to redo all the DLC side missions to get this fucking outfit. It's like, yo, Crystal Dynamics. Like,
what are you guys doing?
How do you not have a system or are patching these fucking bugs?
Quickly. Yeah,
dude, all I would like to do is be able to restart the mission or like abandon it and go back again. But there's no system.
There's no way to do that.
Like, I've tweeted at them. I've gone on their forums, gone on their Reddit, and like reported this issue. Nothing.
Yeah.
And like honestly, that makes like I'm the only one who's gonna get sour about it, but that makes me so nervous for Avengers.
Yeah, I was
I'm
actually thinking that too. Like, what about
what is like if they're not really like putting the time and attention to go fix this shit?
Make sure that it's not good. It's interesting too. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't understand like what the thought process is on that, and like I guess they're not really worried about the achievements.
Weird.
Yeah.
Like even in the base game, it's like it's a side mission. Like how have you
how have you not screwed this up? I mean, how have you
not patched this out?
Like
what the fuck? Like
this has definitely been reported. Yeah.
Like I'm not the only one. Like I know other people have this issue.
Yeah.
But it's just again, it's like, well, okay, if I did everything else and like that's the only thing, it's like
but that's still annoying. You got that one last little tick that you need and you can't get it. And that just bugged the shit out of me.
It's stupid. And I to the point where I have to fucking replay the entire game again.
Well, it's funny. I was doing another trophy list I've been trying to platinum just because I'm so fucking close is Dishonored 2. I literally need 2 of them. And I think it's get all of the things for the ship, all the trophies for the ship, and then do it with no powers. No magic powers, one playthrough. And like I did one playthrough, apparently I killed someone, I needed to do one without a kill.
All that bullshit.
So I went back and did that.
I've talked about that before.
And I thought I was using a guide throughout the whole thing, and I thought I got every one of the trophies for the ship. And apparently I didn't. So yeah, I don't know if that's a glitch or I just missed one somehow. But I don't know what the fuck happened.
Remember that achievement being overly difficult. I remember, so I've said this before, but like Dishonored 2, like I did not like, and I think it was because I played on the hardest difficulty because I was going for achievements.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't I probably would have played on the hardest difficulty regardless of achievements because that's just kind of how I play games now. Yeah. I usually like first go through, if the hardest difficulty is available, I will play it.
Yeah, I like a hard difficulty, but it can't be so hard where I'm just pounding my fucking controller into my head. Where it's like, I actually really, Spider-Man's hard difficulty, whatever it was, Ultimate or whatever, I really enjoyed.
I still yet to do New Game Plus for it.
I've been playing that a little bit. That's Superior, I think, that's the new one. That one's gets tough. But the one thing I did like about the hard difficulty for that one was it felt challenging, but at the same time, you can master it and really kind of fuck some people up. Yeah, I don't play hard difficulty most of the time for the first playthrough. Just for that reason, too. Like, I don't want to get there and just be like, oh, this fucking sucks.
I mean, sometimes it helps to, like, actually understand a game. But I think I'm at the point where, like, I understand most games very quickly that I don't.
You can get it, yeah.
But sometimes, like, there's nuances to certain weapons and, like things that not necessarily exploit in a negative way, but, like, take advantage of certain opportunities or weapons or equipment and kind of, like, be able to, like, know the game to really, like, use things to your advantage to get through certain situations easier, like on harder difficulties.
Guides are obviously helpful in these situations. When do you start diving into guides? Almost immediately, or do you usually wait until like a playthrough or something?
It's depends on the game. Spider-Man, I'm not looking at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a game that's coming out that I pre-ordered that I'm getting, I usually don't. It depends. Sometimes if I think about it, I'm like, let me go look at the trophy list and just scroll through. Okay, all right.
Get an idea of what you're getting.
Not planning anything out, just taking a peek.
Yeah, seeing what's going on.
But if I'm getting a game like Resident Evil 1, the remaster, I looked into the trophies and
and really tried to plan out what you want to do for the first run through and stuff.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Kind of just like having foresight because I know I'm going to do it, so I might as well like try to make my life a little bit easier. And in this case, I decided not to. I just decided to run through it because when the guide is telling me, yo, go through the game on the easiest difficulty with a knife only. So I'm like, and like the run I just did, I pretty much was like skipping every enemy in the game. I killed one fucking person.
Yeah, no, it's not fun. I mean, you're just
and it would have been, I would have like robbed the experience.
Exactly. No, you don't want to do that. Is there is there like a list out there that's just your bane of your existence that you've had? Like,
one
really
achievement list. Final Fantasy 15 had a pretty shitty achievement list. Mind you, the DLC was all kind of mediocre.
Sure.
And it's like this is just in recent memory.
Mm-hmm.
The Comrades DLC, which was like a multiplayer DLC they came out with, was like like the achievements for that were fucking ridiculous. You had to put like an insane amount of time into this like fucking shitty multiplayer to get pretty much complete it and like do a certain things. It's like it wasn't super nuanced. It was just bad from the get.
Yeah, it's like
it's like some of it's not hard and it's like, well,
are multiplayer achievements especially annoying?
It depends. Apex, I just got 100%, and it's easy. Because guess what? You pretty much will get them if you play...
I'm only missing 3.
Play the game, and you're switching characters. You should be able to get some of those RNG achievements, like getting a gold helmet and a gold shield at some point.
Yeah, that's the one. I'm missing that one. I'm missing Win with All Legends. I don't remember what the third one
I mean, all you got to do is like
literally just,
remember which legends you haven't won with and play with them. And the other one is just a matter of like RNG a little bit, but like at some point it's gonna happen.
No,
and
for
same
sure.
with the fully kitted weapon. Like at some point,
I got the full. Yeah, I got
you're
one
gonna
of
get
those.
a fully kitted
Already.
weapon if you're playing a shit ton. Like
and you
percent, like logistically, the more you play, the more
you'll
chance you're gonna run
especially
into
if you land in like a hot zone or something.
But then there's RNG achievements like Injustice 2. Still working on that list. I got one achievement left, which is based. It's a Catwoman achievement. You have to acquire an ability, and then you have to essentially win the match using that ability.
Yeah.
And the issue with ability is there's no way to access them except from randomly getting them. And there's a lot of fucking abilities. On top of that, now the DLC characters' abilities are thrown into my mix, so there's a less percentage chance I'm gonna get them.
Yeah.
Thank God in the multiverse, there's one planet that rotates through random abilities and like platinum mother boxes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like every 3 hours I check back. Okay, is it random ability? All right, let's do it. Pay the like 150 tokens that it is.
Yeah.
And just put an AI on and
so you play through with Catwoman and then it gives you one of a regular ability, like a random abilities at the end, or it's just a random ability?
No, you can be anyone.
Okay.
I use Black Canary just because she's my main.
Sure.
But yeah, it's random and like I think I did it yesterday yesterday. I got like maybe it was Dr. Fate or somebody. But I even got a Catwoman ability that wasn't the one I needed. And it's just like, well, like here's the thing, like the more I do this, the better chance I'm gonna have it in. It's just a matter of time, and it's not that bad. It's bullshit, but it's not killing me.
Yeah, it's just taking a little time.
And one of the, I had to get everyone to level 20, and then one person to level 30, and that wasn't that bad because a lot of it I just threw AI on, and while I was doing something else, I was just having them grind out levels. Because hey, like the game isn't bad, but like that takes a lot of time.
No, that's just a bitch. Yeah, it's a random chance thing too.
Yeah. And it sucks, like Mortal Kombat 11's list is a lot better. Most of it's fatality based, some of it's in the crypt, some of it has to do with AI battles, performing brutalities, fatalities, getting stuff. It seems okay. There doesn't seem to be
anything on there
a
that
trophy
should give you
that's like, hey, like you have to like
randomly
obtain this
roll
ability
for this.
from the crypt. None of it's really based around that.
That's good.
I mean, so what I discovered is if you put AI on a guy, they will use fatalities you don't have.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to go into the crypt and try to find that person's fatality,
you can just put on an AI.
You can just put AI on a tower.
I have like a good amount of fatalities already for some people. Like I have Baraka's second fatality. I almost said fatality. And who else is? Maybe Katana's. Yeah. There's some fucking crazy shit in that game. I really like the crypt. But that's good that there's nothing too crazy and insane for like achievements wise. Yeah, I don't know. Like, do you find multiplayer games easier versus
it really depends.
Games? It really does. Yeah.
Multiplayer games easier? No. Multiplayer games are usually
harder.
a little bit of a bitch. There's nothing like get to the max rank in the multiplayer when the multiplayer is like shitty. Like BioShock 2, throwback to a game that probably like not a lot of people remember, especially the multiplayer. There was an achievement where you had to get to the max level and do the like essentially like re-level. So you go back to 1, and I don't think you had to
prestige.
I don't think you had to get to the max level for that one, but you had to like prestige.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, they put in some maps that you had to fucking like play on, which nobody had, so you weren't getting them in the regular rotation. And you did, I don't know what exactly you had to do on them. I don't remember. It's been a very long time.
Yeah.
But you had to fucking like do some bullshits on some maps that nobody ever had, or nobody ever played because nobody had them in the rotation. So I had ended up like getting a squad together from like True Achieve or Xbox 360 Achievements.com or .org.
Yeah.
And like just getting a group together and we just grinded them out.
Wow.
And it's like sometimes like you have to go through like
if you really got to be committed to be the achievement hunter.
And that kind of feeds into another thing with like Gears 4. A lot of the achievements for that, and like every update, they just keep adding fucking more ridiculous ones. I I've never seen a game where I'm like, can you just fucking stop adding dumb achievements that
like what's a
I
dumb
have to
achievement?
play? Well, like it's just like do Horde 1 through 50 on like inconceivable mode, a harder difficulty we added for like no fucking reason. Insane is pretty fucking hard. Yeah. Now you have to do the
inconceivable.
You have to play the campaign on inconceivable. And then you have to do it on Iron Man, which is play through it without dying. It's like, no.
That's impossible.
It's like, are you fucking serious?
Has anyone actually done it? Have you seen like streams of people do it?
No. I haven't even looked into it. And like it's a game that like once I finish Injustice and like maybe finish out of the Tomb Raider, I'm going to go into and try to do it. But like, I don't have the people to play Horde. I need a group to do that. But and these achievements aren't necessarily hard. They just require a lot of effort from you and maybe a squad. Yeah. And it's just like epic. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like relax.
Like stop adding don't add achievements for the sake of adding
just adding them, yeah.
Most of DLC's achievements are pretty easy for the most part. Like Final Fantasy 15s are kind of like annoying. They're not like too bad, but they just require you to like put a little more effort into things that you don't want to do. Like you have to play the mission and get a certain score, and that requires like you to do a certain amount of things in a certain amount of time and get a certain combo, so you get certain ratings to get the final rating.
Okay.
Like it doesn't require that much thought. That was like a little complicated, like how I just said that. It's just like make sure you get a 200 combo, make sure you're not taking too long, make sure you do all these things before you finish, and
you shouldn't get this rating.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Do you like achievements or trophies better? Not that they're much different, obviously.
Like how but PlayStation 4 has the platinum.
I do too. Like that actually drives me
like
personally.
The platinum.
I actually like seeing like I got a gold trophy here and I got a silver trophy here and I got my platinum. Like I got my one platinum.
Because it's easy to gauge if somebody is actually like a trophy hunter on PlayStation if they have just look at the platinums.
Yeah, no,
you'll know.
Whereas for me on Xbox, like I wouldn't have, like if you transferred all those over to PlayStation, I would not have like any platinums. I'd have mostly
but I like seeing games 100%.
No, yeah, exactly.
I still like seeing
that is cool.
Like going through all my bars and like just pretty much everything is 100% and that percented. And I kind of like fell off like at the end of 360 generation. Some games I didn't finish and didn't get them because they were too hard and I wasn't like as dedicated time. But once we swapped to like Xbox One and PS4, I was kind of like, I'm gonna make sure I do like every game I can.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to like look at achievements, or not really even mostly. It's mostly been trophies. When I get an PlayStation 1, I'm like, all right, can I do this like a Spider-Man? If it's within my grasp and I only have to maybe do an extra 1 or 2 things.
And sometimes I don't think making you replay the game a few times is a bad thing. Sometimes like knife only in Resident Evil, it's very like elitist. Yeah. Without saving, that's pretty elitist too. Like outlet permadeath modes, fuck that shit.
I was gonna say
permadeath is dumb.
Bitching about that a lot
for Outlast 2.
Just because you kept getting stupid glitches, but weren't you not even getting killed by like?
Once I died from a glitch, and I think one of the first times I died was just like. The bosses in that game are just designed to one-hit you, and they're just like they're hard to get around. Yeah, like you have to know how to exploit it and how to really get around this like by using not necessarily an exploit, but like just like using the game's mechanics against itself.
Yeah.
Like it's not like you're like glitching. You're just like really knowing like how
you
this
actually
boss,
have to,
how Marta tracks at this certain point and when she will turn her back and go away. So you have time to go around, get the card, and then
just
and she'll scriptedly come out at a certain point, and that's you do it again and go to do the same thing, rinse and repeat. And it's just like, that permadeath is shitty. And I know the Evil Within has a permadeath mode, Akuma difficulty that I've heard about.
It's funny, I played Evil Within 2, and then I played Resident Evil 2. I was like, oh, this is what Evil Within 2 was trying to do. This is like, and this is just so much better.
Is pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like, RE2 wasn't out yet, but RE4 is really where Resident Evil, or the Evil Within is coming from.
Yeah, and like, I was like, oh, this is so much better. Like, this is so
I'm pretty sure the Evil Within is by Shinji Mikami, who is the person who made Resident Evil 1. I think he did 4. I don't know. But I've heard that. I feel like I've heard that before.
I really like it. Resident Evil 2. Fuck, great game.
Yeah, but like, Outlast 2, when you're playing a fucking, like, it's like a 4-hour speed run. It's like, it's stupid. And you can't, especially when you can't save.
Yeah, that is.
In this, like, in Outlast 2, like, there's no saving.
And
it's
you just
all,
die,
like,
and that's that, yeah.
Yeah, but, like, I mean, like, if I could put it down and save and come back to it and it was still permadeath, that's a little different.
Yeah, no.
Or, hey, I'm about to fucking die, I'm just gonna go to the main menu and redo this. Yeah. I'm about to get fucked.
Yeah, so just exit out.
Because I'm trying to think what game you could do that in and totally exploit it. I'm trying to remember and I don't remember. But there was a game where, like, if you saved, like, all you had to do is, like, exit out. Another shitty list, the Master Chief Collection has you do the most outrageous shit for every single Halo game, and it's just like, oh my god. It's like the Lasso runs, which is Legendary All Skulls on.
Okay.
Fucking ridiculous.
Just insanity.
Just fucking ridiculous.
It's like, what's even the point?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
And it's things I just haven't gotten around to, and Halo is going to be one of those that's probably going to be on my dock forever, and I'm not really worried about it.
Yeah.
I've gone back to it for certain points. I think in the summer I was kind of going back to it, and I kind of haven't gone back since.
You know, there was one glitch for Red Dead Redemption 1, and I was just trying to get at least the 100% achievement, just because I was like, I love this game, I want to at least get that. And the one time around, I fucked it up. The first time it glitched for some reason. I don't know why I didn't get it. I think maybe I saved with cheats on, and it fucked it all up, so I couldn't get it anymore. Then I went through to do it a second time. Only thing I was missing was you have to rent every house, and like this one house you'd have to either buy every. Are
there a lot of houses?
No, there's 2 in Mexico.
Okay.
I
was
3.
Like, that seems like...
No, there's
I was
not,
thinking of
you
like
use the
Fable 3 buying houses.
No. There's like, I think maybe 6 or 7 throughout the whole game, but like, whenever you rent an apartment or a place to stay, there's like 2 places where you rent it instead of buy the property. The house icon would turn from blue to green, and that would mean you used it or slept there. And to get 100% of the game, you'd have to either rent or sleep at every place in the game.
Okay.
And I did it. This I was missing. It said I did 6 out of 7, and there was just this one little place I had to rent. And I'd go there, do it, and it wouldn't switch. It would stay blue, even after I saved there, and I couldn't get it. And that was the only thing I was missing. I don't know what. It was a glitch, I guess. I just couldn't. I was like, all right, well,
nothing worse.
I'm not 100%ing Red Dead then. That's that.
Going into what you were talking about, there used to be a time where we didn't have trackers, and I mean,
yeah,
PlayStation trophies really don't have trackers unless it's built into the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now Xbox achievements have trackers in their UI.
Yeah,
and not necessarily in the game, which is awesome. And like, that's one thing Xbox has up on PlayStation. But like, there was an achievement for Left 4 Dead 1 called Zombie Genocidus, and you had to kill like 58,300 and yada yada zombies, and there was no tracking it.
So you had no idea.
I got it.
Yeah.
There was no tracking.
Yeah, but you said
so I had no idea the progress I was at. I would just replay one level, the one level with the most zombies. I think it was Dead Air.
Yeah,
and I
just fuck
replay
everyone.
and I'd kill every zombie I could until it popped, and I did. I ended up getting all the achievements for Left 4 Dead 1, which was like a fucking it's not bad. It just requires an insane amount of time and an insane amount of effort.
There's no way.
It's not hard.
But
inherently.
Like, you wouldn't inherently go through the game that many times to get that.
You would not.
Many zombies. Yeah.
No, you would not.
That's interesting.
And that was like 7th or 8th grade. Like, it was a long time ago.
Interesting. I know we talked about Spider-Man. You really like that achievement list. Any like standouts that you really enjoyed doing that you can remember?
God of War is pretty easy. Again, it's pretty standard. Just like Spider-Man.
I should look into God of Wars and try and platinum that. Because I don't know how far... Well, don't you have to do, like, the Muspelheim trials or something? Like, all the, like, really hard ones? Or no? Because I know once you beat them all once through, then the harder ones unlock.
You have to kill a Valkyrie.
Yeah, no, so... I mean, yeah, you go through all those, but you don't have to go through them a second time, right?
I think so.
Because I know once you beat all those, they get hard. And the harder difficulty unlocks, or like the harder wave of enemies.
I think you do.
That's what I thought.
I'm trying to remember. It's been a minute.
It's fucking hard. I remember I tried to go back in and I was just fucked up, like really bad. But
yeah, you do. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do. I know BioShock Infinite's list is pretty good. Like, good lists don't necessarily stand out because usually they're easy and you don't even have to. It's the bad ones. It's the bad ones that really stand out, and I'm trying to like look over at my games and like try to
anything
see.
like poking out.
Like Detroit has one where you just have to play the game a lot, and if you're not necessarily looking up guides on like how to do it, you might be wasting a lot of your time. Like it's not a bad list, and it's actually a pretty good list because it's forcing you to see
all
every ending.
Yeah.
But like if you're not planning it and you make a mistake somewhere,
you don't
you're
get that
fucking
right
up
ending.
your playthrough. Yeah, like if you do something wrong, like and you're just going for it blind, like you have to use sites, and this is like a good opportunity. Like there's a lot of power picks, true achievements and true trophies, Xbox achievements.org and PlayStation Trophies.org, PS4 trophies on YouTube, power picks is on YouTube as well. Like a lot of those guys are the people who make guides, and the sites I always look at, MPSN Profiles, which has awesome guides.
I'll use IGNs from time to time. They usually have some fine walkthroughs.
I usually use those sites and those people for everything. It's just like they're the best list I've found. PlayStation Profiles has like insane like step-by-step
breakdowns,
roadmap guides, which are really cool for really getting in depth. When like for Spider-Man, like I don't need that. I literally never.
It's like collect all these
I literally
things.
never looked up a guide for that because it's so simple. I don't
so
need
innate,
it. But for something like Detroit, like I don't think I use that site, but like you need to like know what you're doing before you're going to go do it. Because again, if you make
that makes total sense.
Most Final Fantasy games are pretty extraneous. Usually, like they require a lot of you not just beating the game, but doing a lot of the post-game content, which is like secret bosses, super bosses, which are really fucking hard, which require like an insane amount of time to gear up for and get the right equipment. That kind of thing. Final Fantasy X is pretty difficult. You have to do something to get an ultimate weapon. You have to dodge lightning bolts 200 times in a row without missing, and it's very like you can like kind of like figure out you have to like figure out the nuance. Like if you go into this pit at this certain point in this map, like a lightning bolt will always strike, so you kind of just circle out and dodge.
So you know exactly.
Dodge. But like sometimes like you have to hit A when the screen flashes, and apparently with the PS4 remake, like there might be like a little bit of a frame difference between the original, and it could fuck you up. But like you just kind of have to be aware of the timing you gotta like how to do it. It's not hard. It's just like
you have to do that 200 times in a row.
Yeah,
imagine getting like 198 and then you fuck up.
I think the farthest I got was like 150 and I fucked up. And what I do is like I do it. Well, what game was I doing this on? Where something's hard and I tried it once, and then Outlast. Like if I died no matter where I was, that was it. That was the run for the day. And I'm not gonna try to fucking do this again and waste more time today. To try to figure this out.
Like
I'm just gonna come back to it another day where I have the time to do it.
Makes sense.
And that's just a situation where you kind of have to like you just have to know how to tackle some of this shit. But like achievements and trophies really create like just another like level of progression for me for games.
No, for sure,
and like, you're really seeing all aspects of the game, and like you can really critique a game after you put that much time into it.
No, and that makes sense. And I mean, and even like they're there to make the game last longer too. They're there to challenge you, and they
game last longer.
And they really like. I mean, I feel like I'm lucky enough where I can usually get a new game pretty easily when I want it. But I mean, achievements are probably pretty great for someone who can't get many games a year. You get one, and you beat out that whole achievement list that year. That's your thing. And no, I mean, achievements are cool. Trophies are cool.
And they're pretty. They're pretty like staple. Like Steam has achievements, and I have PC games.
Would you credit that to Xbox and making it a staple, or would you credit it? Or is it kind of like a broad thing? Like
I don't really know.
Because were they the first ones to really kind of introduce a system like that with achievements?
See, like Steam achievements are just like there. There's no like numbers like gamer score or like you just like get all the achievements in a game and like that's it.
Yeah.
Like there's no like accumulation like total of like what you've done on Steam. And I think that's something.
And was that there even before Xbox had something?
Nah, I think it was around the same time.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I feel like those systems kind of happened at the same time, somewhat around the same time. It feels like it's kind of like a console should have a system like that, and it makes me like, why the Switch not? Like it really like doesn't make sense.
No, I mean that's like
it's just like it's not that hard to like implement. Like it can't be.
Yeah, and I mean you got to think about it. Games already have achievements and trophies for their for their other games for the other systems. So I mean, all you have to do is just slap those into Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
it's
actually
where you get into the issue.
Exactly.
But like, if you're getting a game that's on multi-platforms, like there's a
They're
trophy list.
Yeah,
already.
you just put that in. How hard could it be to make that system? Yeah, I want to get a Switch this year. Actually, I think that'll be my Christmas gift to myself this year.
Oh, Switch.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
One thing I will never do. I will never not just get a game for a trophy or.
I was gonna say so. Yeah,
do that.
I see
just
like
kind of
lists
like Greg from Kind of Funny does that, and that's just kind of one line I don't cross. Like I'm not gonna just get a game because it has easy platinums.
Yeah. So you can throw another platinum.
Like one of the most infamous games for the original. Like for Xbox 360 was Avatar, like the last Airbender game.
I had all this, yeah.
And its achievements, there were 5. And
yeah.
It was to get like a 200 hit combo, and that was it. And you had 1,000 gamer score.
Yeah.
It was like you didn't even have to finish the game.
Yeah, no.
Like the achievements were like it was like absolutely.
I remember I have them. I 100% of that game.
That was just like one game that I remember that was like very well known for just being absolutely way too easy.
It's just gamer score bait basically. No, that's funny. That's interesting.
I bet that game sold a lot because a lot of people got it.
Wasn't there some Mayo game or something? What was the one that
was
Yeah.
PlayStation 4,
yeah.
Always Mayo or
something like that.
Something with Mayo in
something
it.
Mayo and
Yeah.
No,
Greg always talks about that and I'm just like, I don't stoop to those levels.
Not like you, man.
I don't get those levels.
You achievement skimmer.
Like if you look at my PlayStation, since I didn't have PS3 and I only had PS4, I have literally a platinum on pretty much every game besides Mortal Kombat and Resident Evil right now. And then I still have to go back to Spider-Man to finish the additional trophies they added with the DLC and the Superior mode.
Yeah, Superior mode's it's cool. It's harder, for sure. Mm-hmm. It's good. The Sable guys fuck you up if you're not... you gotta be really on it with the Superior.
I hate the Sable dudes.
Dude, they're so much more annoying on the Superior.
But going through that, I'll probably just do the main story.
Yeah,
I'll probably kind of rush through it.
Well, it's fun. I did a New Game Plus, and I'm kind of halfway through right now. I've just been kind of peeking back in there. I just love just literally swinging around in that game and fucking around sometimes.
And sometimes I don't want to replay a game like Metro. They added modifiers for game. You have to play the game, and there's 3 new collectibles on 3 of the maps, and then you have to play the game on it's essentially I think Iron Man, which is you can't die, and if you do die, you go back to the beginning of that level. You save in between levels, and it's just really you gotta
sigh.
You can add that, but just did you have to add achievements and trophies to it? Now I gotta play this game again.
Yeah. So do you find that on the whole that usually annoys you when they retroactively? It depends.
It depends on if the achievements are easy. If I fucking have to replay the entire game just to get them, yeah, it's kind of annoying. Metro is not a game I really want to replay. I played it twice.
Yeah,
and I don't feel like replaying it again.
I need to play that once.
But I have to. It's not a bad game, but
But no, you don't feel
one, you can't skip dialogue, and you can't skip cutscenes. There's not a lot of cutscenes, and the dialogue where you're just sitting there and listening. One thing you'll notice, it's fuck, I gotta listen to this goddamn cutscene again.
Yeah.
And the beginning is a lot of there's a lot of
dialogue.
talking, and you can't just run by and skip. You gotta wait for the guy to finish and talking, and then I'll
move on. Yeah,
there you go ahead.
There you go, Anton, or whatever the fuck your name is.
Artyom.
Sorry. Anton.
Hey, Anton.
Hey, Anton. What's going on? Okay. Interesting. But that makes sense, yeah. I'm trying to think of, any achievements I've even saw where I've just been who the fuck is going to go for this? Have you ever ran into stuff where you're that's never going to happen? I'm not going to get that achievement. Or is it a rare day?
Recently, no. Before, yes. I'm trying to think. Gears 4's list is I was I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fucking finish this for Gears 5, and I'm I don't know. I hope I can. Even Master Chief Collection, it's holy fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I'll finish it.
It's just daunting.
I'll try. Yeah. It's there. Whatever. I don't know. There's no achievements where I'm just it's gonna. I usually be wow, that's gonna be fucking hard.
Yeah, it's never like that.
Outlast 2. Yeah. You can't die. Wow, that's gonna be fucking hard, and it was. Outlast 1 and its DLC were not actually that bad. I beat it in 2 tries.
Okay.
And it's a much shorter game. It's comparing a 4-hour nonstop run to an hour and a half. It's very different.
No, that's very different. Wow, was it really that much longer?
Yes.
Outlast 2 compared to 1?
Yeah.
I did not feel that.
Much longer game.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Was that $30 when it came out?
Outlast 2?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like that game. I didn't like it when I first played it, and I told you that.
That's fair. I do like the setting of the first one a little bit more.
Oh,
it's a little
fucking
creepy.
way
Like the
better.
asylum.
I think that's half the reason I don't like it. The sex cult thing, and it's just weird. I don't like it. I
Where's
kind
the
of hope
shotgun?
they don't make another game of that.
Like in that type of... Yeah, I hope they do another Outlast, but I do, yeah, I agree. I'd like that more asylum creepiness. Yeah, I don't know. So, I'm trying to think if I had any other questions. What was the game? Do you remember if there was a game that really kind of locked you into achievements where you're like, all right, I really like doing this. I really like fucking getting some shit and just really laying into a game.
Let's go back in time. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to pull my list up on
because that has 360 achievements and stuff too.
Yeah,
right?
I'm gonna see if I can go far back, and I should be able to tell you. I don't think one game in particular locked me into achievement. Yeah, here we go. Oh, does it stop?
Oh, is that it?
I got back to AC Brotherhood, Bioshock 2, Unreal Tournament 3, Halo ODST, Dante's... No, this
so you 100%... So, can I say?
Actually, I think this might not be in order. Yeah.
Just 100.
Not all. You'll see. Not all.
Yeah, there's a few Black Ops.
Here,
2 human.
Bring it over here, just so I can say it.
2 human. Forza.
So Left 4 Dead came out with DLC that I never got. Fable 3's list was bullshit. Both Fables are bullshit. AC1, those flags. Oh my god.
What were the flags?
There was no map for them. You didn't know where they were. So if you had 90 fucking 8, you had to go through the whole goddamn list because you didn't know which one you didn't have.
Yeah.
And that glitched on me too. My Templars, I had 59 out of 60, and it glitched on me. So I had to replay the whole, not the whole game, but I had to replay it and get all the Templars. That was something that really annoyed me. I had to play AC1 a lot to get all the achievements because I either fucked something up.
That's a game I'd love to see a remaster of, like a real remaster.
See, that game deserves the remaster.
Yeah, I really, that, and, 2, obviously we got that whatever remaster, but we've had this discussion. Mechanically, that game does not age well.
I never got all the achievements in Skyrim.
Really?
Because I never could kill Legendary Dragon because I wasn't the level to spawn one.
That's right, yeah.
Bullshit. Really pissed about that. I'm not sure what the game I first got all the achievements in. I think I could look that. I think I could look that up. Orange Box's list was bullshit. There was an achievement for TF2 that required you to play with 8 or 7 of your friends. Like, who the fuck is ever going to do that?
Who has 8 friends online?
At the same time, man. No, nobody. Yeah, I'm just looking through lists. I never got them all in Battlefield 3. I never even tried.
Future Soldier.
Future Soldier was bullshit.
Let's see some of the achievements. I'm just curious.
I just remember the list was dumb.
See ones you didn't unlock.
Yeah.
Call of Duty win 3 multiplayer matches of any game type.
It's probably DLC.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always thought about like trying to go into it, but like I don't know.
Let me see it. Let me see that Bioshock 2 list.
Yeah, go for it.
Since we were talking about it.
So you literally had to get a group together to do that one?
Yeah.
Wow.
See, I don't think they're in the order I got them in. No, they're not.
What, the achievements?
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, no. Yeah, won a non-private match on... So I had to win a match on the 6 new maps. Play at least one. Okay, there's the play one. Yeah, and then that gets weird. Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of it. I'm not seeing like some games I just kind of forget about. Dark Souls,
sure.
All the Dark Souls have really hard lists.
Oh, you didn't do Dishonored? What are you missing on Dishonored?
Good question.
I'm actually curious.
When am I missing on Dishonored on? What the hell?
Oh, secret achievements. Maybe it's for the DLC. You got some splaining to do.
Wait, hold on. What did I miss? Oh, this is the game that's the Trials of Dunwall. That fucking game. Those achievements were impossible. And I'm not sure what all the... I never completed the game without killing anyone. I never went back. I know I fucked it up. Did I? I really? No, wait. This doesn't make any sense.
Is your mom cooking something? It smells really good.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
I made some chicken parm last night that I have to say it's pretty good.
So I think that pretty much good. I think it much does it for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so like just to wrap it up, achievements aren't for everyone. That's very clear. They're not. They're just not. They aren't. I'm very like much in the minority. People do this, but I don't know. It's just like it's something I like to do to like challenge myself.
No, it makes the game last.
And
like
I get more out of it. Like, hey,
I
could play Resident Evil 1 and do both Jill and Chris, and like that'd be the end of it.
And
But
yeah.
I'm gonna replay it and like do some of this like more elitist kind of stuff and like see if I can do it. And like even if I'm using a guide, it's not necessarily cheating.
No,
but,
and
like,
even, like for Red Dead 2, I've been using guides to find them.
It's a game I haven't even gone back to yet. And
I was
another
finding,
game, like, but I've already said like I'm gonna go back to it. I just haven't. And I'm just
like the treasure maps. They're fucking tough.
Shit.
They're hard. Like I mean, like a few of them I got based off of just knowing. Like I was like, oh, I've seen that before. Like there was one where I was like, I would never in a million years have found this on my own. Like you have to go up a mountain around the corner.
You have to do all the treasure maps.
I think so.
Because you have to finish a lot of those like you have to what are they called, like for hunting. You have to
you have to hunt.
things.
So you have
like
to hunt 75% of the you have to kill 75% of the animals or no. I think you might have to skin every type of animal. I think is one of them. And then yeah, it's funny. I did a second playthrough because I was just fucking around, and like it is knowing like what you're doing with all your pelts and stuff. Like I got the Legend of the East satchel like halfway through the game, like the one that has 100 everything. Like you can carry everything in it.
I don't even think I got that one.
You buy it. You can just buy it at the end when you're John.
Yeah, I know.
Spoiler alert. But yeah, no, oops.
You gotta get pretty far to this.
Yeah. So sorry, anyone. But yeah, no, that's an achievement list. I think I'm gonna try and really tackle.
I haven't really looked at it too much. I have like 450 out of 1,000, and I know there's some online ones, and I hope they don't add a lot more.
Yeah, the online ones are always a bitch.
But the online ones I've seen are like
Rockstar really needs, like, we're playing Grand Theft Auto the other day, and like the amount of server issues and shit we still run into, like trying to connect to matches, and like we're trying to all get in and do a heist, and John can't connect. And I don't know if it's because of John's connection or just because GTA fucking sucks. Get that shit in order, for fuck's sake. And I'd like to see some more stuff on Red Dead's multiplayer, but that's another conversation.
Yeah, achievements are cool. Trophies are cool.
Trophies.
They're not for everyone, but they're there.
They're there.
They should be there, and they're just another progression system for you to go through.
And I mean, dude,
on a very general grand scale,
there is that sense of. Ooh, I got
yeah.
something, especially
dude,
when I got that.
Like if
that
somebody looks at my
Spider-Man,
list and like it's like wow, like some of the 100% I have, like I've had a lot of people be like, they're like I can't believe you finished this game. Like, that's crazy. Like Final Fantasy 15 is one of those games where like if somebody like knew, or like even sometimes I'll post on like Kind of Funny when I get platinums, and they'll be like, wow, wow, that's impressive.
I think
not a lot of people do that, and seeing the percentage,
just
of people who get them,
ping,
when you're like in the 0.1%.
That's what I do like seeing.
That's cool.
So do they do that on Xbox where they show you how like many? Okay,
yes,
I do. I feel like I notice it more on PlayStation. When I'm like, oh, I got this, and like barely anyone has.
And sometimes it's funny. You can see really how many people get DLC, and it's not that
it's
many.
not even like DLC. How many people just don't even finish like the first mission of a game?
The first achievement.
Yeah, it's like
really
interesting. Finished mission 1 of the game, and it's like 50% of people who have played this have got. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
No,
it's weird.
It's cool,
it's
but
cool,
yeah, it's an interesting way to look at it. It's like track things. But anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Awesome, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're watching live on twitch.tv/Delco Network, we really appreciate it. You can find us on facebook.com/Delco Network, as well as our website, www.DelcoNerdNetwork.com, on Twitter and Instagram @DelcoNerds. We are also on podcast services. Please leave us reviews on there. It very much helps us.
And if we're not on a podcast service you listen to, let us know. I can look into it.
Yeah, we basically got. We got iTunes. We have Spotify. We have
Stitcher.
We have SoundCloud. No, not SoundCloud. I put us on another one. I can't remember what it's called, but it was really easy. I just had to type in our RSS feed and we're up there.
Yeah, Google Play.
Google Play, we're on.
If we're not on it, let us know,
and we'll try and get to it. But otherwise, I think that's it for Gooch. I've been Trio. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay nerdy. We will see you